So what did you guys think of J.J. Abrams' take on this film?
Well, I had my doubts about it, but after seeing the movie, I thought he did a good job. George Lucas wasn't necessarily needed, I think. He made it his own with also paying homage to the last 6 movies, so it worked out well, I think.
I wasn't disappointed. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good, so I'm happy with it.
It was nice to see a good Star Wars movie come out in theaters in my lifetime, compared to the last 3 that came out.
The best thing to say to J.J. Abrams on his take of Star Wars is thank you, because clearly the man is not just a good movie maker, but he's a fan. For me, it was like watching a fan film. For me, when I'm in the theater and I'm watching this movie, within the first minute and a half, you're like, oh my God, it's Star Wars. I'm not kidding, because it's nothing against the prequel movies, the episodes 1, 2, and 3. They were good movies for its own thing. A lot of people hate on them, and I understand why. But this was like the movie I feel everybody might have been waiting for and expected what episode 1, 2, and 3 should have been. For me, that's what it was. It was like watching a fan film.
And what does the Force mean to you?
I don't want to be too geeky, especially I know she'll hold it over my head like the whole day if I say anything weird. So,
Your girlfriend?
yeah.
Fiance? Okay. What does the Force mean to you?
Should I do an impression of Yoda?
Yes, you should. Yes, you should.
No. I mean, listen. The Force has its own meaning within the movies and the history of the of the Star Wars galaxy and universe and stuff like that. But I think what the Force means to fans is something obviously in a visual sense. That's something that we can see, with our 2 eyes, and the Force, just that brings me back to being a kid. I was born in 1982, so. Even though these movies started coming out before I was born, I very much grew up on them. So hearing, the Force, that whole phrase, that whole term just brings me back to being a kid. And like when I'm in the theater, everybody's cheering at everything, and you can't help but get excited. So I think that's what the Force is for fans, is it just brings out the kid in you. The Force brings out that fan in you, and it just brings you back to a place where no matter what, it's always going to be there. Star Wars will always be there, and it's never going anywhere.
What does the Force mean to you?
That always with me.
Wow, good question. It's actually a mixture of things. It's good and bad, obviously, but it's also a sense of morality, a sense of principle, a sense of drive, and a sense of purpose. That one is trying to gain power to use it for their own selfish need, in a way, but also trying to use it throughout the universe in their own way. Whether it's to as a Sith, as a favorite of the Sith, I would say, total dominance of the entire solar system, the entire universe, whereas the Force is used for good, but it also can turn people to go bad. So it's a morality complex, I think.
I definitely agree. I'd add there's a lot of virtue ethics to it. It's a good balance between good and evil. It's not just this gray area. It's like a combination of everything.